Dear students, I am Dr. Gunasekara taking class for you. Vetri welcomes you all. Today we have to discuss the unit 6, that is equilibrium. We are going to discuss. NEET original question paper discussed by Dr.R.G. Before entering into the questions, because we have already discussed starting from 1916 to 2021. Now we are further, I am discussing 22 to 25. So it is my duty to inform students. Kindly follow in the equilibrium you have to study that is 4 important subtopics. One, that is Kc equilibrium constant and Kp equilibrium constant. 2, derivation you must know. 1. Number 2, Lee-Chatelier principle. Number 3, pH and pOH we have to study. And 4th one, that is the Henderson equations to follow the pH and pOH, and Lewis acid-base theory that we have to study under this equilibrium constant. So only if you have idea, in this case, you can able to answer the questions. Now, I am going to discuss the questions asked between 2022 to 2025. Question number here, 1, NEET 22, asked in the question number 1. The pH of the solution containing 50 ml of each of 0.10 m sodium acetate and 0.01 m acetic acid is given pKa value of acetic acid equal to 4.57. Options are A 5.57, B 3.57, C 4.57 and D 2.57. So this question is asked actually under the equilibrium constant, specifically buffer solutions. So Henderson equation we have to apply for this to solve the problem. Okay. Now I know the Henderson equation, log H plus equal to minus log Ka minus log acid by salt. Then minus log H plus equal to minus log A plus log salt by acid. So I am interchanging the acid by salt so that the minus sign becomes plus sign. So salt by acid. So finally I am converting these equations in the more usual manner. pH is equal to pKa log salt by acid, because pH is equal to minus log H plus, pKa equal to minus log Ka and log salt by acid. Using this equation only, we have to be able to answer the questions. How? Kindly see. So now I am substituting the values. pH is equal to pKa log acid by salt. That is the salt by acid. Salt by acid. Kindly follow. Salt by acid. The interesting information is salt, that is this should come here. Salt by acid. Because I have already informed you there, kindly follow here. Salt by acid, it is given wrongly typed. So it is salt by acid. Now substitute the value. pH equal to pKa, log acid value 0.1, salt value 0.01. You carefully substitute. That is equal to, I can now say, that is 0.1 equal to, that is 1 by 10, 0.1, that is, as the salt is 0.1, so the 0.1 I am converting is 1 by 10 for convenience, mathematical convenience. The same way for acid 0.01, I will write 1 by 100. That is 0.1 by, I can write it as 1 by 10. The same way, 0.01, I will write it as 1 by 100 for convenience in calculations. So that is here I have done. So automatically 1 by 10 divided by 1 by 100. So finally I am getting the answer is log 10 equal to 1. So when log 10 the entire value is 1, so pKa value already given as 4.57. So automatically this value it is 1. So by adding this we will get now 5.57. Very, very easy, provided you know the tricks. These tricks you must know. Okay, next question. In this question, so correct answer is A, 5.57 pH value. The next question number 2. NEET 22, 3 oxygen gas, reversible arrow, 2 ozone gas, a reversible arrow. For the above reaction at 298 Kelvin, Kc is found to be 3 into 10 to the power of minus 59. If the concentration of oxygen at equilibrium 0.040 m, then concentration of ozone in the molar solution is, that is the question asked. We know Kc equal to, that is O3 whole squared divided by, that is O2, that is 3O2. This is the, actually we can kindly follow, this is cube, O3 cube. So actually we will write like this. Kc equal to concentration of 2 ozone, and this is the concentration of 3O2. This is the equation. So let me show you how we have to calculate by substituting the value. So kindly follow. First step, Kc equal to O3 ozone whole square, that is the product, divided by reactant O2 cube. So that is product by reactants, Kc. So but we want only O3 ozone, O2 value is given, Kc value is given. So let me bring it in the left hand side. O3 whole square, O3 whole squared equal to K3 into O square, O2 whole cube. Now, O3 whole squared equal to Kc value is given 3 into 10 to the power of minus 15, 9, and O2 value is given 0.04 whole cube. So it is a tedious process. We have to multiply 0.04 into 0.04 into 0.04. So better we will do it separately for our convenience. So 0.04 cube equal to 0.04 into 0.04 into 0.04. So if you multiply that, answer will be 0.000064. So let me summarize this in a simple form. 64 into 10 to the power of minus 5. So this value we have calculated. So now we substitute this value in this equation. So 3 whole squared equal to 3 into 10 to the power of minus 59 into 64 into 10 to the power of minus 5. So, what we have to do now? So, if you calculate the entire value, multiply 3 into 64, if you multiply it, automatically you are getting now the 19 into 10 to the power of minus 64 approximately. So O3 whole square, this is the value. Then, so what we have to do now? We have to take for O3, square root we have to take. So square root of 19 into 10 to the power of minus 64 is equal to O3 value 4.38 into 10 to the power of minus 32. So only simple mathematical calculation, students don't omit. So correct answer is A, 4.38 into 10 to the power of minus 32. Question number 3. This is the question asked under the buffer solutions. What is that? Kindly follow. An acidic buffer is prepared by mixing. What is might be buffer? First you must know what is meant by buffer. A buffer may be acidic buffer, basic buffer, neutral buffer and amphoteric buffer. 4 types. Here question asks acidic buffer. So an acidic buffer is one normally prepared. It is a strong acid and it's salt with weak base. Then only strong acid and its salt with weak base means, so on utilization we will get acidic will be solution. So 4 possibility: strong acid its salt with strong base, strong acid and salt with weak base, weak acid and its salt with strong base, and equal in some equal molar solutions of weak acid and weak base, and pKa of acid equal to pKa of the base. Please remember, normally we have to get 4 types: strong acid and its salt with weak base, the weak acid and its salt with strong base. So that we have to identify. Kindly follow. Here, the correct acidic buffer is a strong acid and its salt with weak base. That is the correct answer. What is strong acid? Let me take example. HCl is a strong acid. Weak base, ammonium hydroxide. So, what will happen when you treat it? You will get ammonium chloride, salt, plus the correspondingly water. So the solution will be acidic in solution. Kindly follow. It will be acidic in solution. So this is the correct answer. Question number 4. The NEET is asked in NEET 23 under equilibrium. For a weak acid HA, the percentage of dissociation nearly 1% at equilibrium. If the concentration of acid is 0.1 mole per liter, the correct option for its Ka at the same temperature is A, 1 into 10 to the power of minus 5, 2, 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3, 3, 1 into 10 to the power of minus 4, 4, 1 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So this is asked under the Ka, that is ionization constant. Kindly follow. So what is ionization constant? Now with the equation you must know. Suppose you take a weak acid HA, ionized H plus and A minus. For this at equilibrium, normally H plus will be equal to the ion A minus. So for practical point of view, we can simply write h plus whole square. This is h plus into h plus we can practically consider. For this equilibrium Ka, h plus into a minus divided by Ha. That is product by reactance. So that we know from the equation H plus equal to C alpha, A minus equal to C alpha, HA equal to C into 1 minus alpha. You substitute and correct it, the final answer will be C alpha square. So only we have to use Ka equal to C alpha square. Kindly follow C value, it is given 0.1. Alpha we have to calculate. That is, it is given already 0.01 whole square. So 0.01 whole squared is nothing but you can get the answer. So if you multiply that, answer is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 5. So this is the answer. So answer is A is the correct answer. Question number 5. Amongst the given options, which of the following molecules ion acts as a Lewis acid? So this question is asked under the Lewis acids and Lewis base. What is Lewis acid? The acids and bases, a number of theory will be available to explain. So Lewis acid is the modern theory. It is the modern theory. That means any species which will accept a lone pair of electron will act as a Lewis acid. So if you compare now water, option 1, 2 BF3, 3 OH minus, 4 NH3. So BF3 is the suitable correct answer, maybe. The reason is, when we look into the electronic configuration of boron, 2s to 2p1, so boron is 3 electron in the outermost. So F means automatically F will be outermost. Say this again here, F, and here also F. So totally F. So if you just surrounding this fluorine 6 electron, the same way here also 6 electrons, 8 electrons, and here also F it is 8 electron. So, but if you take the boron, it is only 6 electrons are there. So electrons insufficient, so it will act as a Lewis acid. Next question. So actually the Lewis theory, this is not necessary because you have studied already. It is not necessary. So correct answer is 2. BF3 is the correct answer. Question number 6. The equilibrium concentration of the species in the reaction A plus B equal to C plus D in equilibrium are 2, 3, 10 and 6 mole per liter respectively at 300 Kelvin. Delta G0 for the reaction is R equal to 2 calories per mole per Kelvin, that is mole Kelvin. This is the question asked in NEET 23. What is the delta 0 for the reaction? Put the question. 1 minus 137.26 calories. 2 minus 1381.80 calories. 3 minus 13.73 calories. 4 1372.60 calories. So it's very simple, we will calculate. We know from the equilibrium constant minus delta G equal to minus delta 0 minus RTL and K, where K equilibrium constant. Delta G free energy and delta G0 free energy constant at a NTP. So now this equation multiplied throughout by minus will get delta G equal to delta 0 plus RTL and K. R value it is given already 8.314 joule per mole per Kelvin. It is given. So K value, that is T value, it is already given 300 Kelvin. Delta 0, that is delta G, we have delta G we have to calculate, that is equal to 0 at equilibrium. So what we have to calculate now? Delta G naught we have to calculate. That is our idea. So by equating all these equation, that is what is K equilibrium constant? Product minus reactance, CD divided by AB. So the values are given already. C 10, D 6 mole, A 2 mole and B 3 mole. On the calculations, but you will get now 10 moles. So K equal to 10 moles. So substitute now in this case delta 0 RTL and K, or delta 0 equal to RTL minus RTL and K. So because delta 0 when I want to calculate, the RTL and K will go on the other side, so it becomes minus. Now K we have already calculated, so we have to calculate L and K we have to calculate, substituting R value, LT value, you can calculate delta 0. So see here, very simple, provided if you understand. Delta 0 equal to minus RTL and K. R value given in the data minus 8.314. Temperature is given 300 Kelvin into Ln 10. K value 10. Ln means, kindly follow, that is I can write 2.303 log 10. So log 10 nothing but 1. So simply you can say approximately 2.303 we have to. So delta naught you can equal to minus 8.314 multiplied by 300 multiplied by 303. So only you should be careful by multiplication here. If you multiply, you will get a value minus 37.5 joule per mole per. But the answers are given in calories. What is the relationship between joule and calorie? 1 calorie equal to 4.2 joule. So divide this entire joule by 4.2, we will get the calories 1.38, 1.80 calories is the correct answer. So let us say now options in 2 is the correct answer. Next question. For the reaction, question number 7, 2A reversible arrow B, C, Kc equal to 4 into 10 to the power of minus 3 for the reaction. Now, at a given time, the composition of the reaction mixture is A equal to B equal to C. All these are equal. And that is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3m. So they have given the equation, they have given the values. Only thing is they are asking the correspondingly theoretical information. What is theoretical information? Which of the following is correct? NEET 24. Reaction has a tendency to go backward direction. Reaction 2 has gone to completion in forward direction. Reaction is at equilibrium. Reaction has a tendency to go forward reaction. So what is the correct answer? Because the value it is already given in the minus. They are on equilibrium. So the value it is 2 into the power of minus 3. So answer is at equilibrium. So the reaction is at equilibrium because answer itself it is given. So thank you very much for your hearing, my dear students. I will next discuss the next unit in my next class. Bye bye, Dr. Gunasekaran. Thank you.